Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my garden. You can tell that I'm sitting at the back of the garden at the slope again actually. So if I just swing around, you get to see it is a really beautiful day today. We're in late afternoon and the sun is going to fill this area in a second more and more, I guess, depending on how the cloud situation is going to develop. Today's video is going to be, believe it or not, another potting up some autumn plants. So I went to the garden center actually just to look for some nice color autumn grasses. And of course what happens when you're in the garden center, at least when I'm in the garden center, and I think it's the same with you guys, you find things that actually didn't plan on buying, but then they just speak to you and they say like, buy me. And that's exactly what happened, what I did, of course. So I couldn't resist but to buy some more nice autumn plants. And immediately when I saw them, I thought they're perfect for this area here at the slope. So I'm sitting on my bench and there you get to see already what I found actually. So I found some asters, some mums and some heather. And this is exactly what I'm gonna do today basically. It's not a lot. It's just a really small, quick project, but I think it's just going to be a nice impact for this area because especially in the afternoon, I really enjoy to sit here with a cup of coffee and a biscuit on the bench, enjoy the sun, still kind of like take in all the beauty from autumn and yeah, literally just like enjoy it, like enjoy the last nice sunny warm days of the year where you can sit outside. So I decided to make this area look a little nicer and a little more inviting. So what I want to do is pop these things up and then quickly walk you around the slope and show you how things are looking, because surprisingly things are still looking really nice and really well. We had some cold nights, but we haven't had any frost yet, which might be a little surprising for a lot of you guys because we are so northeast. And I know that a lot of people already, like in other areas which are a lot more south, they had frost, but because we are so close to the Baltic Sea, the climate is really depending on the Baltic Sea, which means the Baltic Sea is almost like a little heater in a way. I mean, it's not a heater, it's not like a jacuzzi by any means, it's still the Baltic Sea, but it keeps the warmth quite well. And that means that our first days of frost or night frost are usually quite late, especially last year, remember. I think the first frosty night was end November, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it was pretty much end November because I was surprised how late it was, which means I still have lots and lots of time to do nice things here in the garden. So I hope you're excited for today's project, so let's get cracking. So just quickly on a glance the things that I actually bought, and guess what, the asters, I think they came with a label. I'm so happy. It's called Blue Lapis. Never grown it before. It looks pretty, it looks quite compact. So I'm kind of excited what it's going to do in the future. I'm not really sure about that one. But I mean, the color is nice and it has like really big blooms with a quite distinct big yellow center. I think it's exactly the same one that I was using actually on the staircase at the front of the house. Then I've got these really lovely burgundy dark red mums, of course without a label or anything, but they're just going to be good for now for the next month or so. And then when the first frost comes at one point, they're just going to fizzle out. They are definitely going to go in the pots, so I need to like pot them up with some soil. And then I got the heather plants. I've got like two really cute, oh, they have a name as well. They're called Gina, I think. They're called Gina, let's say that. Heather plants, where I thought like, I just like heather. I think it's so autumnal and nice. And I think I'm just going to put probably two in the tiny pot here. And then okay, that's going to work in a second. And the asters, they will go in ground. So I think there's a sweet potato vine down there. So what I'm going to do is probably take the sweet potato vine out and maybe try to like push it a little bit to the side so that the aster can go somewhere in here. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So there will be like one aster on each side, one mum on each side, and then the heather in one pot on one of either side. So I need to see. This is just a really fast and quick project for today then. is the final outcome, and isn't it looking pretty? I hope you can see it well on the video as well, how the colors are all working together, especially in the back here. So if you look at it, I've got these beautiful purple asters in here now, and then there is a pink heather that kind of matches the pink dahlia, and the burgundy dark red mums matching the really beautiful dark red burgundy dahlias behind it. So I think it was a little bit of a coincidence, or maybe it's just because I'm attached to a certain color palette that it works so well, but I'm really happy with that. So if you just take a quick look at all the other things that are happening still at the slope, dahlias, I was on top of my deadheading game, yay. So they are looking really, really fabulous and nice, and I'm expecting some more color to come here. So some of them are really in a nice bud stage now, just about to burst open, and in the back you get to see my lovely dark red sunflowers, which happen to be yellow. So don't know what happened there, but I mean, I'll leave them now, of course, because they're going to be great bird food. And I want to show you my monster artichoke. So that plant was kind of like spindly throughout the entire season, and in the past week or two, I think, it decided to grow to a monster stage. And I'm really intrigued and hope that it's going to overwinter, because that is one that I've grown from seed, and I'm really proud what it's doing. Actually, the foliage is so beautiful, the steely blue big leaves, just gorgeous. More pumpkins, of course. I mean, there are pumpkins everywhere right now, so 2 more pumpkins here. But then as a last thing, I just want to show you basically the beautiful view that I get to enjoy when I'm sitting on my bench here. I get to enjoy the tools from the neighbors, of course. They'll be there, I think, for the entire winter now. But that's part of living in a farming community. But anyways, this is actually the garden of beautiful surprises, because most of it were plants that were meant to be for the compost heap. This little purple or violet pillow of asters were asters that were just not performing well in the garden at all. And I thought, you know what, you get your second chance here, and look what they're doing. Beautiful. Same with the sedum, also was not really happy in the garden. The lavender was actually already on the compost heap, and then I thought, okay, just try it. And they've bounced back, they look so glorious. And my white snapdragons, I hope you can still see them. I just try and get a little closer. I've been cutting the snapdragons throughout the entire season, and they're so beautiful and glorious, but now is a time where I don't cut anything anymore, because I really want to make sure that I gather some seeds when they're ready, because I'm only growing the white ones, which means I'm not going to have any cross-pollination going on. And I really love the white ones, so I really want to keep on with them for next year. So just as a last thing, I'm so happy with that look. So beautiful. You guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really had fun doing this little project with you, even though it's going to be just a very quick and short, compact video. But for me, it is so important that this area looks nice and beautiful, because I get to enjoy the bench in this area every single day at the moment. And that is just an extra value for me when I come here and I see all of autumn's beauty, and it just makes me very happy. I can't wait for the asters to come back next year, and I'm already intrigued what I'm going to do next year to this entire area, because you could tell to my left are the dahlias, there's some annuals, there are a lot of annuals in here in general. So this is, I think, why I get to enjoy gardening on the slope so much at the moment, because it's not one of those perennial areas where you put something in and then that's pretty much it, then you just maintain it. This area is just a little more free, so I kind of feel that next year you're going to see me working on the slope in a couple more videos, to be honest. As you can tell, I'm sitting in the shade, so what happened is the sun decided to hide behind some clouds, and it is a little chilly. We have a wind picking up from the sea, which means it's a wind coming from Scandinavia, from the north, and it's so cold now that I decide to go inside, put some timber on the fireplace, wrap myself in the blanket, make myself a nice hot cup of tea, enjoy the rest of the evening. And I hope that you do exactly the same thing today. Just enjoy your day, and I'd be very happy to welcome you very soon in my garden again. Till then, take care. Bye.